Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I am out here on an awesome bite today, but I'm doing something different. I'm going to try to see if there's anything else hidden. But this right there, if you haven't seen the purple haze videos and the insane bites I've been getting on with it, check those out. But I'm kind of in the middle of a bite. If you notice, it's very calm right now, but this is a perfect time to kind of do a shootout video. Now, I don't want to have to set and take time. I just set and took time enough to get these put on these rods. I had them on different rods when I got out here. If you can make out what I got going on here, 16th ounce shaky head with that is a Z-Man worms. They don't really call them shaky head worms, but finesse worms, which are basically designed for shaky heads. I think you could even use them on drop shots if you wanted to, and they're all tangled up. But we're going to compare the newest, I guess, reels I own, or kind of the newest ones out on the market. Your high-end Alphas, 2020 Alphas. Is that thing missing something? That's where I'm missing a piece on that Alphas. That looks weird. Can you guys see up inside that thing? It looks like something's missing. I don't know. Anyway, the Alphas Air versus the newest, whoa, reel. They are getting tangled up. You guys stay away from each other. The PW100, the purple model, the Pro, the upgrade, they call it different things, and sometimes in different parts of the countries. But to me, I think it just came out this year. I don't know how many months ago. I've had the standard one. Awesome reel. We're going to have a kind of a shootout because this bait, if you guys aren't familiar with these, is one of the toughest baits you'll ever throw. Is a very small lightweight jig with that worms, the way it stretches. You got to kind of develop your own casting system, and on bait casting gear can be very, very tough. That's why I've kind of went to BFS gear originally for baits similar to this. So we're going to start out. So anyway, we got a shootout going. We're going to start out with the Alphas. I added the clicker. I've since messed up the spool. I don't even want to get into that. Trying to oil the bearings, they started making noise. Did a little shootout video between this, like out in the yard for distance on a 16th ounce crappie jig. Check that video out if you haven't already. But today I just want to kind of compare it on ease of casting. Once you're out actually fishing, true on the water testing, you know, how well the Alphas fishes. I've got a fish already. That drag is too loose. This is a little bitty dude. But just the ease of fishing with them. So that's what we're doing. And we're already not skunked. I was catching them a lot bigger. Check out the purple haze video. So that one works, right? You guys see how easy it went? And as you can see, like I can kind of accurately cast it. It does have an easy release point. Like you just, it doesn't pull like you guys have probably already. If you're familiar with BFS and talk about some of these bigger, heavier spools, that is a bigger fish. I don't even have this one tightened all the way. Anyway, I told you we're on a good bite. I hadn't even tried shaky head, the smaller shaky head yet. We're using the 1/8 ounce. I went to a 16th up in this shallow water. That's why I figured I'd put out a video comparison. But anyway, it works. And this bite is on today, I'm telling you guys right now. So I'm going to switch real quick. You can see how that's kind of casting. Let's just jump to, and I don't have the same color worms, different rod. That's the 6.5 Cayenne Conqueror. It's a little bit heavier than this one. This is the 661 Teton. And that is peanut butter and jelly because it's purple and it's peanut butter jelly time. But hopefully you guys saw that. The release point is kind of the same. This reel is legit. I wanted to kind of put a video to show you guys. I mean, both the reels are awesome. Let that baby sink. Now this color may not be as awesome as that color I just had. So I'll try to show you, like, typically with a heavier, some of the cheaper BFS reels or just older, heavier spools, I may have to let go like over in here to get it to there because it's going to pull and swing. Like with this one, you see I let go like roughly right in the same area. them to catch another fish so you can hear the drag clicker on it. Now the one you're hearing on the alphas, I made that one. I got that drag a little loose. I had it on the ultralight lure killer is what I had the drag set for, and I just switched them out here real quick. Oh, that was a little tap. But if you can see, I'm making very accurate. They're short. I'm not trying to put a lot into it. But the accuracy is there with this reel. It's a light enough spool. It says 8.3 grams. I can't remember. Oh. Am I getting hit? I don't know what that is. You can't blame a hook set on the reel. You can blame the rod, but I don't think it's the rod either. I think it's just me. Or you can blame the worm. They may not. Ooh, look at that hook set. Ooh, look at that power. Look at it. Look at it generating that force. We're pulling the branch. Let me go and hook that. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I can't even remember the name of that other color I'm using, but this is peanut butter and jelly. And they definitely don't seem to want peanut butter and jelly as much as they do that other green and Christmas tree looking thing. But what I was having happen, what made me decide for this little shootout comparison thing, is I was throwing an 1/8 ounce and I couldn't throw it in that real, you know, you throw it too shallow, and I was getting too grassed up, and I was like, I should throw it on a 1/16 ounce. And I was like, well, I'll just try, you know, 1/16 with a normal sized worm instead of a true, you know, zinkers. And I thought, well, what better time to rig up both my new rods. I don't have the exact same, or new reels, I don't have the exact same rods to do that with, but I've got close with these. They're both, I like throwing this bait on these rods, either one of them. This one, I probably like better overall for everything. I like the 6.5, it's a little bit stouter. I like it for any of the shaky head jigs, or almost any kind of jigs really. Well, that other bait was on fire, but if you can see how I'm just, when I let go, it goes right there. I should probably put on a 16 ounce crappie jig and show you that too. Now I'm going to throw the other one. If I get a fish right off the bat, I'm going to put 2 of those on, put one on each one of these. I didn't think the color would be a huge difference. So let's see the... Okay, so maybe the color is not as big a difference. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, we've already caught a fish, a couple fish. I'm going to show you what, you know, these are, when you're trying to throw for any certain length at all, like, so I'm going to set right here and I'm going to try to throw it that way. And no problem with this combo. So I'm going to go ahead and fish it. But then I'm going to throw the other combo. Come on, catch me a fish. Okay, so we're still roughly same place. There's no wind. That's why I kind of wanted to do this. There's no wind, so the boat won't drift around. I don't have to worry about exactly where I'm keeping up at. Okay, so same thing. Alright, see, I think we actually drifted back a little bit. And I know that new alpha says it's 8-to-1 or whatever, but that spool's so small that actually this 6-to-1 does not feel much slower, if any. You know, you're just reeling up slack. It seems like the same amount of a reel or two, or about 1 reel, and then you can, you know, jiggle it again, kind of thing. All right, so let's see. Back up just a hair. Try this one more time. I I actually had to stop it. Oh, there's a hit. Oh, I'm losing fish. It tells me they do not want this peanut butter and jelly. Sorry, peanut butter and jelly time. Don't go anywhere, boys and girls. I've been wanting to try this just to see this hot pink color. I just want to try this hot pink color today. You know, it's laying right there. It was in one of my other bags. Because I definitely had a hit right there. Let's see if morning wood or hot pink is working. Well, we drifted up now. Won't have to throw it near as hard. Hit the same spot. I got antsy. Let it sink. Come on. Oh, I felt it bounce off something. That's in the grass. Nope, came off. Come on. Come on, big fish. So as you can see with this reel, you know, I don't have to throw it real hard, and so that usually helps you in your accuracy. You get it, you know, within range about, instead of just doing all you can to get it out in the first place. I'm determined to catch me a bass. I have to switch the worm and put it on this one. That pink does not seem to be working. Let me get one way up in there. Right about there. Let it sink. Should be on bottom. There's one running with it. Get up here. Hear that drag going. Nice little chunk. So, mission accomplished. We've caught fish on both. I just knew this pink one. How can you not want to put that in your mouth? That sounded weird. Okay, any questions? Alright, well, pink worked over there. Let's try it back over here where we were. In case you guys are wondering, you've seen me catch a few right out of here with that other worm, but right in through here with that purple one, I caught a bunch. Not the big ones. The big ones came over there. But I caught a lot of fish right out of this spot. I'm kind of just double checking it. This one, I still don't think that pink is a color to win all colors. Let me try one more. Let's do this. Let's do a quick little, another just sheer distance. I'm going to try to cast this as far as I can without backlashing. So you kind of see where we're at. And I'm just going to throw it out that way to the left of that stump and see how far it'll go. I said to the left. I threw it right on top of that stump. But that's perfect because I'm going to let it sink right beside that stump. And so it went about, what, 3 foot past the stump, maybe. I think we're drifting backwards, so I'm going to flip the boat roughly same spot we're in. Okay. They do not like this color as well. Okay, so we went about Rod has a little effect, but not as much. That wind, it does not look like it. Went about the same distance, but the wind caught it. Hang on, let me reel that back up. Or something. Did you guys see that? It was like, took a hard right. There we go. And I think we've actually drifted a little bit further. So I think you can tell it probably gained an extra foot or so over the fish band. So this is an inch shorter, but a little bit stouter. And it's also not only just a comparison on the reels, it's kind of let me see what the rods do. Which I can already tell you, although I like the 661 for the shaky head, I think I like this one better because when I do get that hit, I feel like I got a better hook set opportunity with this one. So now I'm going to do it back to back to make sure we're not drifting anywhere. I'm going to cast this one, set it down, pick up the other one, cast it too. Same thing, I'm going right like that. All right, you guys saw where that hit. I'm going to set it down. I'm going to pick this one up. I'm going to go right like that too. So did you see that? Roughly, I don't know, was there a foot? That one may have gotten a foot further, but I probably got them all tangled up now. So anyway, very, very capable both reels. This one's about 300, 320, 350. They're still not really readily available, so a lot of guys are trying to sell them on eBay for crazy amounts. I wouldn't, if I was you, I wouldn't spend any more than 300 for that reel, because here before long they should get down to, you know, right at 300, even to that 250 range once you start seeing some used ones pop up, if depending on how many they make. I know if you, the older alphas there is like, can be had way cheaper. Okay, I know this is just a real kind of comparison video, but I'm still trying to shoot for a color that is working real great. That's just a old watermelon color. I'm gonna try it. I'll drop it in a few spots right here. Close. Wiggle it, jiggle it, just a little bit. It is calm. All right, let's do another little, see here. Cast it out like that. Oh, they shooting. They really shooting. There should be some kind of bass over here. May not be a big one. Could be a big one. I'm going to be able to get on a bass. Ooh, felt it hit that little stump. Feel it ticking. This rod, I mean braid in general, everybody talks about rod, how sensitive is it? If you use braid, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're coming back with a little tension on bottom, you can feel that stuff. I mean, this is a one-piece rod. It does have this, not really exposed because there's a, you know, that's not the blank, there's a section there, but it's pretty sensitive. Alright, that color unfortunately does not seem to be working. What I'm probably going to do, and I may put some in this shootout in this comparison video, I'm going to leave the 16th ounce on, but I think I'm going to rig this guy up with the sprayed grass and the PW100 tetton up with purple haze, and kind of keep doing what I'm doing here, but I think those colors are, and that shape of worm is working better than this thing. But I just wanted to show you, I wanted you guys to see that, for me anyway, one of the hardest baits to throw, period, is this little setup. And so, you know, when it comes to me, as long as my BFS gear can throw that, you know, it's plenty good enough. And this little reel here is awesome at it, but so is the PW100. And the other one was too. The original one, that one's fine, but the updated one, the purple, it's better. There's a hit. See, I'm getting little hits right there. Whoa! Did you guys see that? All right, let me rig up the other worms. Okay, that was quick because I got them laying out right here. I've got the sprayed grass rigged up on this. That's the Zinkers sprayed grass color. You can definitely get a longer cast just by switching to that style of worm. He's on. I didn't think I had him still. That's that same fish. He was pecking at that other one. I couldn't get him to commit to it because those worms will work, but it looks like this is just what they want. This size, I think, more than anything, but that color, it's got kind of a purpley and green. They love it, and the purple haze, so we'll go to it now. But that works. Awesome little setup. So let's do it. Let's go. Real quick, I'll show you how to do it. It's real simple. Same shaky head. Pull that worm off. Don't worry about breaking them. You can still use these again because they are Z-Man Elastec. Last a long time. I'm going to rig up. This is the worm I lost. If you guys haven't checked out that other video, I'm telling you, check it out, and check out from last week and today. I lost this worm on 1/8 ounce. Broke off trying to lift the fish in the boat. Caught the fish with it still stuck in its mouth, jigging off. This right here. Had that still stuck in his mouth with that purple haze worm. And got my bait back. Let's see if there's any more right out there. I kind of drifted in. There's a hit. Come on, purple haze. Now you just want to, just like any other soft plastic, you want to Texas rig it, skin hook it, and it can be a little tough at times with Z-Man stuff, and they tend to pop out. You got to get a good little hole started. You can do the same thing with almost any. They don't float as well, other stick baits, Cincos, and all the other copies, as well as the Zinkers. Zinkers, I think, are kind of supposed to sink some, but they don't sink nearly as much. And then once they get old and worn in, they float even more. They're less buoyant, or more buoyant, more buoyant. Come on. So as you can see, you can make real accurate cast with this bait. So on a 16th ounce. I need to start covering water. I may use this footage on 2 different videos. The one where I wrapped up with the purple haze, if I catch any big ones, and you guys will see big ones on this video if it's on this rod. Let's do another, just to show you if you can't even remember how the distance was on that. With the regular worms. Typically this worm doesn't weigh a ton more, but you should be able to get further cast and easier cast. Alright, I'm going to try to get this whole thing wrapped up by 4 o'clock, and it's 3:20 now, so I'm going to go hit spots where I think there's going to be a fish, and then we're going to hit that big spot again. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Hopefully you guys liked it. It's just a quick, get my thoughts and opinions and let you guys see them in action. The newest one, the one I recommend, especially if you're on a budget, even if you're going to buy this one, that is for 65, under 65 actually, as cheap as 50. Now I think I got it on sale for 59 bucks. Well worth the money. This one's about 320. You might be able to find it for 300. Also, it's worth the money. They definitely don't look quite like this. I did the single lifestyle handles on them. This one I'm not gonna mess with. I don't know, I may put some there, but if you remember on the other one, I got the cork piece right here. I do not like how low that sets. That's the only thing I don't like about that reel. Easily remedied though. I don't like this. Look what I got going on. Get out of there. Get off there. Get out of there. It's never been done before. Double barrel casting. Can I do it? Baits are jacked up. I can do it. I can do this. You guys don't think I can do this? Watch this. Yeah. Bam. Get out of here, go bass some bonsai. I got to reel one end than the other. Okay, so this has been the worm for the last few weeks. It's been doing all the damage, mainly on an 1/8 ounce out in deeper water, but it's also done good in shallow water. So I'm going to stick with it. Now, I have to admit, even in the hotter weather, up here in the shallowest water, I've not done good. I've come up in here, and you'll see them on Tactical Bassin and some of these other ones talking about that fall bite. That's a good one. You know, coming up real shallow and all that, but on like these smaller bodies of water, that's not necessarily the case. There we go. Bam. Beautiful largemouth bass. Got the purple haze in a daze. They're all, look at that. Okay. Purple haze. I feel I only get a few feet more with the purple spool over the regular PW, but it's a easier cast, like on almost any bait you use. Not that the PW is bad, the original one, but this one is just that much, you know, just that freer as far as in the. It puts it right there close with the all the other higher end BFS reel stock. I mean, I've tried a bunch of AliExpress reels, BFS reels, and it's definitely, this one, the PW beat them by quite a bit. This one by far, with this, and you know, that sound, the adjustments, the lightweight feel, and just the casting performance of that spool blows all the others away. I mean, the Black Knight, I thought I was going to like it. You know, it had the drag clicker. I was like, okay, cool. You know, as long as it does, it was a letdown. I feel like it's hard to cast any lightweight bait. You know, it's doable. And it'll be good for like that mid-range, just a finesse type reel. Kind of like an MGL spool, basically, is what it reminds you of. Or a SV spool. You know, it'll cast lighter stuff. But it's just not good for true BFS type fishing or to casting lighter stuff with great ease like a good BFS setup does. That's one thing I like about a BFS reel, even on a little stouter rod. You can just, boom, you can fling, you know, regular finesse baits that you can do and cast with MGL, SV spools, finesse spools. But that BFS spool just lets you go, you know, take that 1/4 ounce bait and fling it like you would a 3/4 ounce rattle trap, basically. Now you're not going to get the same distance you do with a 3/4 ounce rattle trap, but the overall same feel of, you know, it throws it out there a long ways. Just because to show you guys how well this thing will cast lightweight baits, we got that little snora popper, snora. I'm gonna call it snora like you're snoring. There's some action going on out here. I'm gonna try to pop that little popper right in that action. 16th ounce crappie jig. I'm gonna try to throw through that mess of whatever's over there. They're still out there. I don't know what the heck they're wanting. I'll have to get further. Oh, I had a hit. They're shooting. I had a hit. Keep on my leg. Alright, where'd they go? There we go. That's crappie out there chasing after them, something or another. I knew I could figure something out to get one. Crappie out there working. Oh yeah, boy. I know this is a little shootout video, but that's a little 16th ounce jig with one of those. I forget what they even call that thing. I should know, but the Charlie Brewer sliders, I believe. They don't really look like a slider, they're paddle tail.